Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1800, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. What was the first name of restaurateur Cardini, who is credited with inventing the Caesar salad in 1924? Caesar. What honorific title was Mohandas K. Gandhi widely known by? Mahatma. Which country used the International Vehicle Registration Code ZDAR? Answer: Zaire, the country now known as the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Which character is featured on the wrapper of the original Garbage Pail Kids trading card packs? Atom Bomb. In which European city can you find the statue known as Mannequin Piss? Brussels. Which ancient civilization is credited with popularizing the rounded arch in architecture? The Romans. Which 1976 film tells the story of a high school student with telekinetic powers who takes revenge on her tormentors? Carrie. Which Monty Python film was banned in Scotland? Life of Brian. Which U.S. holiday has the highest sales of candy and other sweets? Halloween. In his 1980 song, Mr. Crowley, which famous occultist was Ozzy Osbourne singing about? Aleister Crowley. In Judeo-Christian tradition, who is credited with composing many of the Psalms in the Old Testament? King David. Which iconic comic book character was created by William Moulton Marston, the inventor of the lie detector? Wonder Woman. Who wrote the novel Slaughterhouse-Five? Kurt Vonnegut. What small mammal's name is used to describe a mean-spirited or bad-tempered woman? Shrew. Which famous giant ape is associated with Skull Island? King Kong. Which animal has heat-sensitive pit organs located between its eyes and nostrils? Rattlesnake, a pit viper. What is the ancient Greek word that translates to great city? Megalopolis. What's the collective noun for a group of finches? A charm. Which game was once shown topless on British live cable television in a broadcast filmed in Australia? Darts. Which country on the northeastern coast of Central America has Belmopan as its capital? Belize. Which country is often reported as having a birth rate of 0? Vatican City. Which Mediterranean country has an orchestra larger than its army? Monaco. Which city was the first to host the modern Summer Olympic Games twice? Paris, France. Who won the Academy Award for Best Director for the film Midnight Cowboy? John Schlesinger. What first name has been used by the most U.S. presidents? James. What is the capital of Portugal? Lisbon. In which constellation can the Pleiades star cluster, also known as the Seven Sisters, be found? Taurus. In the film The Great Escape, what were Tom, Dick, and Harry? Escape tunnels. Who was the first member of the British royal family to divorce since Henry VIII? Answer: Princess Margaret. Which medication used to treat malaria is derived from the bark of the yellow cinchona tree? Quinine. How many flats are in the key signature of B flat major? 2. What natural phenomenon is primarily caused by the moon's gravitational pull? Tides. Which record label was associated with Joy Division, Durruti Column, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, OMD, A Certain Ratio, New Order, and Happy Mondays? Factory Records. What is the traditional color of the liqueur crème de menthe? Green. Which Paul Simon album won the Grammy Award for Album of the Year in 1987? Graceland. What is the medical term for a heart attack? Myocardial infarction. Who is the Greek equivalent of the Roman goddess Minerva? Athena. What superhero alias did the cartoon character Quick Draw McGraw adopt when danger threatened? El Cabong. In gambling and gaming, what are commonly referred to as the devil's bones? Dice. Which international organization, established in Vienna in 1960, was created to regulate the production and pricing of petroleum? What name is given to the temperature minus 459.7 degrees Fahrenheit? Absolute zero. What are spring onions more commonly known as? Scallions. What type of energy is possessed by a body due to its motion? Kinetic. In what year did the film Grease premiere and the Who drummer Keith Moon die of an overdose? 1978. Which ancient Sanskrit text is best known for its discussion of love, desire, and sexual behavior? Kama Sutra. Which film stars James Cagney as Rocky Sullivan, with Pat O'Brien as Father Connolly? Angels with Dirty Faces. Which eccentric musician released the 1970 album Burnt Weenie Sandwich? Answer: Frank Zappa with the Mothers of Invention. Which broadcasting organization publishes the in-house staff magazine called Ariel? The BBC. Which pop icon famously said, "Losing my virginity was a career move"? Madonna. Which staple grain comes in more than 1,500 varieties? Rice. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.